Welcome back to EPG. I'm, of course, Greg, your host. When I was traveling through Lithuania, I learned a very interesting fact, which I'd like to share with you now. I usually consider myself pretty up on historical things, but this is something I didn't even know. And yeah, it was really interesting to learn this when I was there. Is that one of the largest peaceful protests that ever occurred in the history of the world happened on August 23rd, 1989, spanning three countries, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. The reason why that date was important was because that was the 50th anniversary of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Treaty, which basically said that Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, headed by Hitler and Stalin respectively, could interact with their own spheres of influence. And this pretty much gave the green light for Nazi Germany to move into Poland. And it also gave Stalin and the Soviet Union, not the right, but the ability to move into the Baltic states, including Finland. It didn't work out too well for Finland, but he was able to take over the Baltic states. Much like lessons I've learned in my life, contracts are only as good as the people that sign them. And then soon after, Hitler decided to invade the Soviet Union and also was able to invade some of the Baltics. And then the Red Army was able to push Hitler and the Nazi war machine all the way back to Germany. And thus the Red Army was able to stay in the Baltics for almost the remainder of the 20th century. So anyway, moving back to the Baltic Way, which was the name of this protest. There are a bunch of other protests that happened to people that were under the boot of the Soviet Union, such as in Hungary and in Czechoslovakia, and both of them were repressed quite sternly and violently. So flashing forward to 1989, this was a new period in world history for a lot of reasons, especially in regards to the Soviet Union. They had a new leader by the name of Mikhail Gorbachev. He realized that there needed to be both openness and restructuring. So glasnost and perestroika in Russian. But it was also during this time that people began to see an opening in their quest for independence from the Soviet Union. And after the international embarrassment that was known as Chernobyl, the people in the Baltic states decided to take it. So this protest was organized by local groups. And then on a work day, which was a Wednesday, on August 23rd, 1989, 2 million people joined hands going across over 400 miles from the capitals of Vilnius, Riga, and Tallinn in Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, respectively. So yeah, this was a peaceful protest. Families did it together, men, women. They were waving flags. They were just hand in hand going across three countries and hundreds of miles. Peaceful, no violence occurred. And it was really kind of the start of what would become mass independence for the Soviet states. So it began with the Baltics in August, and then eventually made it to the Berlin Wall, and then taking out of Ceausescu in December, all in 1989. And then within 2 years of that, the complete dissolution of the Soviet Union. So again, this was a peaceful protest, and it made people's voices heard, not only in their respective countries, but around the world. And yeah, I'm very glad that I learned this fact in this area. So thank you very much for your time, and get out there.